When you look at what you announced yesterday to the markets, I mean, it was a bit of an earthquake. Did you feel the need to, lay down the rules?
I thought it was good time, given the combination of volatility that was out there, expectations that were not necessarily founded, and the strong convergence that arose from the Governing Council due to their multiple position as expressed in the last few days. So I think it was good to set out the terms under which we are going to turn the corner of negative interest rates.
So was this more a message to the markets, or was it more a message to the members of the Governing Council?
It was a message to anybody who is interested in monetary policy, really, because we have been going through 8 years of negative interest rates, special accommodation, and we are clearly now at a turning point. And I thought it was appropriate at this point to explain what the journey is, what the direction of travel is, what the destination is in the relatively short term, and what is our aim point as well.
If you're hiking, you want to hike, why wait for July?
We are not in a panic mode. And we've started that journey, thinking about it very carefully, back in December, with steps along the way. And we are now at a stage where there is every certainty that we will stop net asset purchases very early in July, deciding so in June. Which will then clear the way for a rate hike that will come reasonably shortly after that.
So is there a danger that because of the timetable, which of course goes to the credibility of the ECB, which is we do QE first or we unwind that and then go into interest rates, that you miss a curve of inflation?
I don't think so. I think that anybody who is very careful about analyzing realizes that we are in a situation which is vastly different from that of the United States. And we are actually perfectly on time and not behind the curve. I think there is also great value in being steady, predictable, and we said all along in our forward guidance that we would stop quantitative easing in terms of net asset purchases, because we will continue reinvesting as we go, and that then we look at interest rates, which will be the main tool further on.
Madame Lagarde, how difficult is it to actually give so much forward guidance? I guess as a message also to markets, when you don't really know how Russia reacts. We could have a gas embargo, we could have an oil embargo that would really make the inflation rate shoot up.
Our mission is to guarantee, procure, reinforce price stability defined as the 2% inflation. So we might be regarded as a bit stubborn in that respect, but that's the job we have to do. But of course, we are data dependent. We look at developments, we look at what is going to influence inflation and inflation expectations. So we look very carefully at wages at the moment, wage negotiations. We're looking very carefully at all inflation expectations, and we believe that it is time to act as indicated.
Under what circumstances do you think a 50 basis point hike would be warranted?
Look, what I said is we are at a turning point. We have all the components in place for that. We are turning our back to negative interest rates. We are moving very likely into positive territory at the end of the third quarter. And then, of course, we will calibrate. We will establish exactly by how much we want to do that.